Alright, here's how I make the pages. I'm going to call this, like, I don't know, the main page. This will be pretty much the skeleton of every page that you make. So I take some heavy duty cardstock or card cover. I ordered this on Walmart.com. You can get it at Michael's too. I think it's 110-pound cardstock. It's pretty thick. So, make sure it's the right one. Yeah, it is. Pretty thick. So I have two of them right now, but okay, so the first thing I do is I'm going to cut the page 8 inches, and the way I say it is the short way. So here's the long way, and here's the short way. I got this cutter at Walmart too. Please understand my setup, okay? I'm not like all high tech. I save every piece because you never know what you can use it for. Then I cut it 8 inches the long way too. So I'm basically making a square. I have glue all over my fingers. So I save all the pages. And then I take, I'm trying not to yell, my score pal, I think it's what it is. I got the Martha Stewart one. And I score it at 1/2 inch. And you always fold it to, like this is the mountain side. It's a hill. You'll understand when you score it. So you see that. You put that to the side. And then I take the next page and I'm going to cut it 8 inches. This long way, this is short way. And then I go the long way, and this time I'm going to cut it at 7.5 inches. And the way, I'll show you how I came up with the measurements. The reason why I'm cutting it this way, this is the very first journal I made. The way this measures, it is about 8 inches that way and about 7 3/4 that way. So that's why I am cutting the papers a certain measurement like that. So whatever pages you're making, that's the measurements you would use. So I have this one right here, which is the 8" by 7.5". And then I have the other one that I scored. And I'm going to glue them together. Almost out of my glue, so I'm going to be getting more glue maybe tomorrow, I hope. I'm going to make sure I got it right here. I always like double, triple check my measurements before I glue. I'm using fabric tack. Just line it up the best you can. This glue dries pretty quick, so you might have a little bit of time for wiggle room, I guess. It doesn't matter if you get glue on the page because you're going to be covering it with pretty paper. So this one, I'm trying to do my pages differently, so I don't know, I just like different stuff. So I already did this one, I did one like this, and another magnet, envelope, pockets, some more envelopes, removable one. This is one that's there, you can't remove it. And there's pockets here. And then on this side, I did that. So my next page, I think I'm going to go back to doing something like that, but I'm going to add a little different thing onto it. I'm going to add these ribbon things. So, all of those extra papers, you can just go through and try to find one that's going to fit. Let's see, this is 8 inches. I would need at least 9" length. This is only 8.5, so I'll probably cut another piece. So we know that it's 8.5 inches this way, and we need a 9" piece. So I will take this and I'm going to do 9 inches. I may as well try to go ahead and stay with the same measurements as this one page. So, I guess that's I think that's 3 1/4. Yeah, it's 3 1/4. So I turn it that way. Maybe it's 3 1/2. No, it's 3 1/4. Let me see. I can do it like this too. Let's see. It is about 3.5. So I'm gonna go like this. Doesn't have to be exact. It just kind of works out. That's what I like about handmade, is it's not gonna be exact. I'm doing 2 because the way I like to do this is that it's pretty much, you know, the same all the way around, because it's basically a group of pages. So I take my score, scored at ½ an inch on both sides. And then you take, I hope you can see this, and you just cut a little piece of the corner off from the score line to the end. So it's going to be like this when you fold it. Hope that makes sense. I'm trying to do like 1 page a day, I guess, so you get caught up. Alright, so that's how this is going to be. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue it on here, as much in the middle as possible. You could also use score tape. I like using this because it gives you time to move it around. Because if you're using score tape, once you put it down, that's where it's going to stay. I try to eyeball it, make sure it's kind of, you know, like in the middle of the page. Doesn't have to be perfect. But you don't want it real crooked either. But it's handmade, so yeah, there's going to be imperfections. That's okay. Kind of supposed to be having fun with this. Whoops. Yeah, that's about right. Sorry, I did that. I'm going to go onto the back side. This one's a little bit easier because you have the other side. Just line it up. So they're pretty close to the same thing. See what I mean? Try not to have too much glue coming out at the ends. Wipes off pretty good. I like using the black paper better. I made some with the white paper, but I don't like it as much. So that's that so far. And I'll show you how I decorate it. My battery's going down here, so I'll just show you how I decorate this one page, and then we'll do the other page. We'll do the rest of it maybe later on today after I do the battery. Alright, I use this right here. It's Tim Holtz Ideology Paper Stash. Wallflower is the name of it. I have like tons of this, and I have a bunch of scraps. So it kind of works out pretty cool. I think it would be, I know that guy's face is kind of creepy, a little bit maybe. But I think it makes it look kind of neat. Maybe we could have him on the behind it. Yeah. This part is not very scientific, the way I do it, but it works. I just line up the paper. See how that is? Now I know that it's going to have to be underneath this, so I know it's going to have to be about like that. And I just mark it with my, just kind of eyeball it. This is just decorating it. And then I take this is just like, you could use anything, it's cardboard, whatever, something that's pretty strong. And I have color box, permanent ink for scrapbooking and paper crafts. It's called Wicked Black. That's what I like to use. I use other stuff too. This just happened to be on sale. So I just kind of do a little bit on the edge here. I think it makes it look a little more finished. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you don't want it messy either. Oh, great. I have to go. I will continue this later.